Here we go. Sure, nothing is echoing. Like that would have been echoing. That's muted, good. And that's muted too, okay. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another Age of Wonders 4 live stream. Today we're going to be continuing. I'm almost positive that today is actually going to be the finale of the Archon campaign mission number 2. We're going to rescue Merlin from the tentacle grasps of the eldritch entity Wrath. And we're going to do that whether he wants to be rescued or not. So let's just jump right in here and see how long that's going to take. I don't know if I'll start another campaign right after this one. It'll depend on how soon this one ends. I typically don't like to start a new campaign midstream, though. I think that doesn't really lend itself well to cohesiveness, and it makes it a pain to edit because then I have to come back through and find the exact moment when the new campaign started. In any case, we're coming right back in here, and we should be able to march right through into Merlin here. I hope everybody's day is going really well. Their Wednesday's really nice. It's been quite nice weather here in Minnesota after the sun starts going down. I've been able to have the window open, let in a nice breeze. It gets kind of cold, but it's also kind of frustrating. For some reason, it only gets, despite the fact that the window's right behind my monitor here, it only gets cold on the stairwell, and never doesn't bring any air up. All right, we need to head to Merlin, who's over here, and he looks to be on a complete island by himself, which means we need to march through this. Where does this Umbral Abyss come out to? Okay. Where does this one come? Right here. Okay, that's our target. We move through there, we siege a city, and this campaign's done. So this is actually going to be a lot quicker than I thought. Looks like we will be starting a new campaign if we want to continue to stream. Otherwise, I might just head back into Windrose. I have thoroughly become addicted to the pirate game. Go figure, it was once I got my hands on the awesome building in the game, and I got my ship so my people can sing their nice sea shanties as I walk about my life. This one, honestly, the main army is more than enough, so hold up. Let's just send this one right in here and then have it guard for the rest of the time. Our backup armies can do the same thing. They're just gonna wait this turn. There's no real reason to move them about. And these ones all also have to wait. Our build came together real nice with this one. We didn't go full animals. We went with our death cultists instead. And I think it worked out really well. At this point, anything we take is just icing. So, frenzying focus. Nature's Bounty. I'm pretty sure we have everything cast. Yeah, it's looking like it. Yep. Everything else is just kind of like individual. I do want to see, you know what? I want to see this. So we're going to cast this just to see what the flame incarnate it summons is. I'm almost positive it'll be a Baylor, but did I get a new shirt? No, I did not. This is from the Panama City trip. I think I'm gonna try and wear like tie-dye shirts and button-up stuff, so I'm gonna have to visit Goodwill to get a few more for all my streams. I think it'll be really it fits with the Jammy Buffett theme. What am I doing here? I knew I was doing something, and I can't remember what it was now. Oh, yes. Okay. I see. Let's drop that. Then I don't look so purple. That's fine. I'd rather look a little washed out than look look like I got turbo sunburn. I should have fixed the audio issue too with the it was actually such a simple fix, and I feel really stupid for not thinking about it earlier, but I was just in midstream and panicking. I didn't have my alerts set to output. They were only set to input in my audio in OBS, so therefore I heard them and none of you guys did. Okay. We'll just queue that right now. It really does not matter what we build there or here. We're just gonna leave that as is. Who leveled up? Rildor. Cool. Well, it's time for the Warlock stuff, since they've got all the other skills taken. Oh my goodness. Sure, we'll just recruit this one so that way they never bother us again. It's too late for a hero to matter. My wizard's bond ended? Is that because we're in an alliance? I think so, yeah. It's so weird how they phrase that. It phrases it like a treaty's broken and it's a huge problem, but I'm gonna have a decent game. A cat sat on my lap for her first time. This is an omen. You've been chosen once. My cat knocked her she's got these wall ledges so that way she can kind of climb up and like lounge on the wall, and she snapped one off the wall today. I hope it does not traumatize her once we get it put back up, that she won't jump up on those anymore. Redeemed posture check. Well, that's the only one I don't have sounds for. Well, that's not the only one. I don't have sounds for that one. Or an animation. Yeah, it's it's a problem. That's usually we feed her on the second tier. The second tier is solid and the third tier is solid, but the first tier, for whatever reason, it does not want to stick in the drywall with the installation we've had. So we're going to be switching to different kinds of installation for that. This really is such a weird way to phrase this, man. Like, a treaty's been broken with all this stuff, but we're in an alliance? Like, congratulations on the alliance. All of our treaties have been broken now. They're all null and void because we're actually stronger allies than we were before. Merlin's going to be a redeemed tentacle boy, whether he wants to be or not. We're going to purge those tentacles right off this lad. Dang, they're going in too. I really don't like that they're heading in. It's going to make fighting a little more annoying. Hey, see, that one should have played. I heard that one. Mm. Mm. Went shopping today too. You still heard nothing? Come on. Come on. Oh, you need hydrate too? Why is that? It says my alerts are inactive. I wonder if I didn't do this right. Properties. Well, I guess I got more research to be doing after this stream. I thought I fixed it. It sounded like it was fixed. It seemed like the right thing to do to fix it, and it's not fixed. At least I know it's the right sound. And it's working somewhere. It's working on my end of things, so I just have to figure out where the misstep is. Okay. Tab, where are we going, buddy? Right, we're heading down here. It's kind of sucks, this giant cliffs here. It's what's preventing us from moving really quickly, like right in here. There we go. We'll just claim this. It really doesn't matter what we claim at this point. Wow, there's a lot to claim here. We're a level 30 city. When did that happen? Guess we'll try and claim the cool stuff like this. That's max, right? 30 is a max. Oh no, we're not. Can I not read? I read the fortification health, which is default 30. I thought that was my pop. Classic. Classic. Off to a hot start with my reading comprehension skills. Ooh, we can claim that? All right. I can't wait to see what this is. I'm almost positive it's a Baylor. Oh, I guess it could be dragons, too. It's any tier 5 fire-breathing thing, so... Alright. What else can it summon? Can it only summon... Summons a non-fiend tier 5 mythic unit with fire and burning related abilities. I wonder what kind of units that is. Is a Baylor a fiend? It looks fiendish. I just don't know if it's a fiend. That giant. There's two options. One is the fire dragon. What's the other one? Wonder if he's gonna charge through, or I have to go in. Oh, he's completely retreated, I think. The Herald of War. Ooh, cool. That's a cool unit. You had to go look on GitHub. I don't think I've gotten the opportunity to really play with the Herald of War. I've only fought the Heralds of War in that campaign mission, where you're fighting against them in the Reaver campaign. Crazy looking sword unit. Into the void. Hello, Merlin. We're here to make friends with you. Ooh, wow. I think we need to build roads through here, too. This is pretty bad. There we go. Because of the chasm, it was a little weird to build the roads, but this will help out a lot. I wonder if there's another campaign mission after this one for the Archons, or if I had jumped to the next ones, which would be the vampires, if there's missions for those. Ooh, that would be exciting. Be a road chode. I'm just gonna guard these guys. It really doesn't, they don't need that. They're not gonna join the war in time. They did their jobs. Gives us less micromanaging to do. Fate's production, you can just go ahead and produce merchandise as well. Okay. Ooh. Okay, end turn. Each affinity's quest has their area shaped like that symbol. In the... Ooh. Okay. So that would be nature. Where are the other ones? This one. Astral, I see. I see, okay. Order. Or not. Order's back on the main map. I remember that one. Chaos was over here. Ah, I see. It looks like it's got the three triangle points. And then that leaves the underground for the Materium. Yep, that makes sense. When you harvest all this out, I bet this looks like a really nice triangle. You can kind of see it on the mini-map, too. Wow. And then this one would be Order. The Order one feels a little abstract. I guess maybe the rounded here. The order one, you're doing a little bit of creative liberties with that one, I think. But all the other ones look at the passage to the Order in the umbral. Okay, hold up. Okay. Okay, I see. Now that looks like the middle symbol, rather. And the astral void around it would be the ring. That's pretty cool. That's some pretty cool good attention to detail from the devs there. Man, this whole time, Merlin could have been moving in here way faster. I don't want to move too far away, but I do need to move just out of the borders here. Enter. Enter. Really? Why did it stop? I guess we'll just move up here. I don't know why it stopped. Well, we get to see what our final battle's gonna be like. We've got tough old Merlin, and then weak armies. Oh, this one's kind of strong, but is it? They just give heroes a really strong power spike in the numbers, but I honestly don't think they're too difficult. One dragon, I think, is worth 2 heroes to me. Unless they're like level 15 heroes, were they? I'm pretty sure they were like level 8s. That's not... Yeah, I would rather have a legend or champion ranked dragon over 2 of these guys. Ah, but ooh, good time. Go ahead and grab Willbreaker. Dude, he ended the rivalry last turn. Why is it giving me another notification this turn? Come on now. Come on now. This was a really cool bust-in when we busted into this. I would love to have a city start like this someday. What is this thing even? Adds the rock and storm giants to the Rally of the Lieges for you. Wow. All owned adjacent provinces get +2 Imperium income. Well, that's only 2, so it's not that great, but this would be better if it was dead center instead of the city being dead center. Like if these tiles were reversed, ooh boy, this would be a really cool city. Still, visually a cool city. Oh wow, they're just attacking me. I mean, that's a choice. You want to he really doesn't want to be cleansed. Oh boy, okay. I get to move first too, Merlin. Rough for you, man. Why is this guy already almost dead? Does he have any strange effects happening? He's got a spelljammer happening. That kind of sucks. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that, though. I guess I could try and pillage his spelljammer so that way I wouldn't have to deal with that in the future, but nothing I can really do about it now. Send the wyvern. Send in the minions. Lieutenant, you got this. We'll send in the Flesh Abomination spread out that way. That Deathstalker's real. This Bone Wyvern's not. Get on in there with him. What do we got going on here? We've got a good phase if we want to hit it. Everybody's already at full enough health. I don't think transfer life's really worth it. But it does strengthen stuff, so we'll go ahead and cast that on one of our dragons. Which one is the strongest? That one's a champion. This one's a champion. That one's a legend. That one's the one that gets it. Cool. And as far as our... Ooh. 100% we're going to cast our Blood Pact on it, too. Our Pact of Servitude. Since that now grants 20% extra critical hit chance to that guy. We've got a Fire Hex and an Arc Fire Typhoon. Ooh, that's a big one. Quite about that. It's got a range of 100. The Mirror Veil could do a lot of damage back. I can't quite see how much damage that would do back. I still think this is the right move, though. I mean, look at that. That's a huge hit. Lot of damage. The answer was a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. I think that was like 30-something damage. I did gain it all back as temporary hit points. I'm not sure how. But we'll roll with it. That's fine. And on this side, Rakdos, go ahead and summon the Winions. Get them in there. Go on, Brown Bear. You got this. We believe in you. Well, someone believes in you. I believe in your existence. That's about what I believe in you for. We'll move the Phase Beast up. We'll move the Frost Wyvern up. We'll move the Slithers around this side. Spirit Wolf there. And Slithers. Slithers around that far side. Dragons go in as well. We're gonna try and avoid Merlin as much as possible at the moment. Dude, I am so jazzed to use the champion purifying blast and the firebomb. That's such a cool amount of damage I'll be able to do with the vigils now. Let's position them right here. And Deathstalker, get on in there too. These ones, this formation is going to collapse a little to the left. Unfortunate I don't have more vigils actually here. I should probably... It's too late. This is the formation. This is the end game formation. I'll only be able to use that on one vigil. Be not afraid. Fire blast. I guess we'll strengthen this one. That's fine. Works for me. Kind of showing his butt, but that's okay. That's a good enough formation. We're still out of range of Merlin doing anything. For some reason, he still has not taken any of the teleporter abilities. That's the strongest ability I think the Eldritch Sovereigns have. Because it's so much reposition. You can instantly blink forward and dominate. Unlike all of the other abilities he has, which are pretty scary, but you have to physically not move. He has to not move to use that mind control. He has to not move to use the enrapturing truth, which he can use. That'd be pretty dope if he did, though, because they're on useless winions. Okay. In any case, that's the turn ended. Good cast. What did he just try to do? He summoned an astral spirit, it looks like. Okay. They really want boner number 3. It's fine by me. In before Merlin takes a winion over and sacrifices it and thinks it's hurting. Listen, I think Merlin really does need the rescuing because he's just he's just a poor little lad. He don't know no better. Most of his army just massacred themselves, leaving the burning typhoon. We can cast one big spell. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, 100%. Giving everybody hastened, killing momentum, and 3 strengthened. Definitely worth it. That's going to be brutal. That's going to be absolutely devastatingly brutal. Okay. Get on in there, buddy. You got this. I'd like to move you here, and then how many of these exist? Cool. Cool, quite a few. Now you hit your Dragon Strike. And then this one. I'm gonna completely ignore this guy. It's my big brain strategy of just completely ignoring his existence. Ooh, Flame Strike really would do a number, but I don't have the ability to get up there and do that. Okay. Yeah, let's just ignore him and ram this guy straight into Merlin. Hello. Knock knock. Now he can't use that even if he wanted to. Where did that... He summoned an Astral Serpent. Where did it go? Did it just die? Am I blind? It moved backwards. Why? Why would it do that? He summoned it here and then it astral shattered backwards. Look, there's no explaining the AI's maneuver. They're just too big brained for me to understand. It's possible I could get a really nice breath attack in here. His fighting isn't a threat, but just a murderous cry for help. We'll go ahead and charge this one into... Ooh, that's big. Oh, that's big. Yes, okay. I think we might be able to get it now. We charge in here. Flame breath. Yeah, that works. Wow. This isn't a war, it's an intervention. True. True that. Okay. I didn't expect the critical. I kind of was set up for a tail swipe, and now I don't need a tail swipe, so I guess we'll just defend. Phoenix. Can you finish this guy off? That'd be pretty sweet. Can you move in here and hit him with the... Yeah, you can. Bonk. That guy's done. Dude, Merlin's toast, man. I really don't think there's a single thing Merlin can do here except accept his fate. I haven't even used my actually strong formation. That's on the left over here. These were just guys. All right, buddy, you're gonna blink. Where is it here? Right here. Okay, you're gonna blink. Maybe here? Yeah, you know what? Over here. I like over here. All right. Transfer life into that one, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I transfer life into. Too far away to claim soul. Not too far away to fire hex, though. Or summon an undead right in their midst, but I actually think the fire hex is probably a little better here. Probably should have hit that first, so maybe we will summon the undead. Yeah, that's a good one. What do we get? Yes! Oh yeah, we got the corrupt soul. Huge. 32% chance to just instantly kill, but I think we just hit the dragon strike instead. Yeah, I think we just hit the dragon strike. Bonk. Can you spit? You can. All right. Are we close enough? I mean, we can purify blast our own bear. That seems a little brutal, though. Let's blast this guy. Toasted. You know what? If I had been wiser about that, I could have blasted him from killing momentum and firebombed this side all in one turn. I'll remember that. I'll have to remember that next time. If there is a next time. Killing momentum is busted on some characters. It's just absolutely dummy busted. We'll just acid... Oh, come on. I'm just trying to acid spray on him. Yeah, there you go. We'll just charge this one in here, too. Nothing... No fear. These guys aren't real. Where are we headed next? I think... Can my dragons get in there? Yo. Yeah, burn them. Toast them all. Nice. sorry, buddies. But Your actually whole purpose was to die anyways. Death wiggles for all. What about this dragon? Oh, this dragon finishes him up. One, two, three. I think if I go right here, I think if I move right here, I should be able to kill this one. Yeah, let's kill that one too. Okay, and now we should be at a good enough distance. Yeah, to fire breath. Just annihilating them. Dragon appears behind them. Nothing personal, kids. Edgy little montage. This one's steadfasted, right? Yeah, can't do anything about that. That's all right. Dude, they're toast. I might be able to freeze one of them. Let's send the slithers in, though. Are they all steadfasted? Yeah, they're all steadfasted. This one isn't. We can kill that one. Bonk. Do I get killing momentum poison spray? Oh, that's gross. That's gross. I can double spit now? I can... All right. And then this one... Can we... we grazed. That's all right. I can fast phase. I like that. Let's, Can I use that in zone of control? Nice. Bonk. Bonk. All right. Now they'll all die when the steadfast wears off. Wow, and I haven't even used Rakdos. Rakdos is just sitting back here like, dude, use me, man. I'm insanely strong. Why aren't you doing anything about that? Don't you worry, buddy. I'm getting on it. I'm getting on it, boss. Huge amount of dissonance stacks. But that's it. That's it. The rest of their army is already panicking. They're like, why did we charge out here to meet these guys outside of our castle walls, Merlin? And Merlin's like, I don't know, bro. I'm full of tentacles and I don't really think straight anymore. I'm kind of crazy. That's exactly how Merlin talks. Are they insane too? So they're fighting themselves? I would go insane too if I just saw like all of those formations like just get blitzed like that. Especially if you're just a grunt and there's somebody else giving orders and you're like, you are an absolute buffoon. Why am I following you? Well, all their berserks are done now. Merlin's toast too, but Merlin gets he gets runaway. He's got the slip away ability, so I want to make sure I have movement available to do something about that. We're gonna charge right over here and spit on him. So that way he slips away somewhere else. Oh, sweet. Killing momentum triggers on slip away actions. Never mind. The slither's all I needed. Okay. Now it's just a matter of cleanup. Critical hit chance? Ah, didn't work. That's all right. 71% chance to die. All right. The disrespect. Hey, you shouldn't come at me with those tentacles, buddy. That's all I gotta say. Wow. Burn him. Burn him. Oh, we missed. That's all right. That's okay. Mirvale might kill me. Very close to it. This'll kill, though. Yep, that's fine. We grazed. Are we close enough to claim soul? Dope. Oh my gosh. And that is killing momentum? So you're telling me I can claim soul, gain all of my cooldowns reduced, killing momentum back up into another Arcfire Typhoon just to really mess everything right up? That's disgusting. No, they don't get to flee. They chose this fight. They get to see it through to the end. I got a new favorite spell. Spit. 65. Yeah, grazing is annoying here. That's all right. Flesh Abomination gets this guy done. I still don't know how I feel about the Flesh Abomination, if I'm being honest, over the Fleshlings, because the Flesh Abomination just doesn't die. I don't think I've ever had the Flesh Abomination die in any campaign that I've been running with him so far. The moment I upgrade to that one, he's just like a behemoth anymore, and he's not doing his purpose, which the little splody balls were doing their purpose. They were dying right at the beginning of the game, and that was awesome. That one dies. Who's left alive? Just this magic fighter up here? Oh, nobody. That wasn't a real unit. Cool. Our Phase Beast is now a champion too. Yeah, which he never dies, but also he doesn't die. It's kind of like you know, I kind of want him to, I want him to die, but I also, like, he's not dying, so he's killing. I don't know, man. Wow, we got a lot of stuff from that, but none of it matters. Yeah, none of that. Wow, that's actively horrible. That is a tier 4 that gives 1 defense and bolsters regeneration. That's pretty bad. A dragon slaying bow. We'll just safely tuck that away by disenchanting it forever. We don't want to have that bow fall into the wrong hands. We're dragon bros. Start that siege. And we're going to come in hot with dragon attack, tower bombardment, and harass the defenders. What's happening now? After I initiate my siege of the capital of Merlin, Sundrin appears before me. Soon we will confront Merlin at his throne. Ooh, hold up. Okay, there we go. I like that. That's a little better. I can hear myself think. I have been thinking about the prophecy, especially after Anon mentioned my grandfather, Emperor Eniok of Atla. Eniok once broke an ancient covenant with the Archons, which led to much strife on Atla. My entire family bears its scars, and I have also invoked the Archons' ire. Could it be traitor's blood? I believe the Endalon and their aspects are the fractured light mentioned in the prophecy, and traitor's blood, I think that may be me. Result, Merlin will be resurrected. No way to go now but forward. Okay. Oh, because he was in the Astro Void, he's like instantly back now for the siege. I see. I see. Okay. Where is the Spelljammer? Too far away for me to do anything with. You know what? Actually, no. No, it's not. Look, he's got virtually no armies defending this city. We're gonna go try and burn that to the ground. We've got the ability to do so. We've got the power. Can anyone reach there in one turn? No. So next turn we'll go ahead and do that. I believe I've taken the right thing I need, but let's double check. Oh, I didn't. Now I have. Okay. Probably a bunch of cool things I could take. None of it really matters. As we just saw from that combat. Oh my gosh, and we've got frenzying focus now too. We'll just take that and start casting frenzying focus. And by start, I mean finish. We've now got frenzying focus. You can annex another tile? I don't even think there's any tiles for you to annex anymore, homie. Oh, I lied. There's tiles over here. It's fine. You've got unstable summons, and that's... I don't even have to think about that. Cool. All of these heroes captured. We're just going to end our turn. I'm not going to go through the notifications. It doesn't matter. I have all of the enemies I need directly focused in front of me. There is nothing that can happen outside of this fight, so... Is Merlin going to be cleansed at the conclusion of this campaign and added to my Pantheon? If he's a cleansed guy, I might actually keep him in the Pantheon. I normally remove any of the AI people from the Pantheon except for the Holy Orc Lady. Shout out her. But if Merlin is like a cleansed Pantheon person and not the Tentacle Boy, I might keep him in there. It's kind of cool. All right, now we move on in here and take this Spelljammer 100%. Pillage it. We probably should have pillaged it with this formation instead, but... pillaging it with my strongest formation makes the most sense to me. That way, if it gets jumped, he can handle himself. Tab and the Triple Dragons can handle anything that this game can throw at it. Grexilus John earned her position. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This was my first and only Age of Wonders I played, and I took one look at her, and I was like, oh, yeah. Fiery redhead lady who leads a enthralled orc army? Yeah, I'm about whatever you're doing, lady. I know what kind of man I am. Let's bump up our status resistances. Although, again, that doesn't matter. Wrong army. Carissa. Yeah. There it is. I couldn't think of the name at the moment. I'm glad my description immediately triggered the name, though. You were like, oh. The cannibalistic orc mommy. And I sign up to be eaten. I probably don't need a couple shoulder, maybe an arm. My ankles are shot anyways. Not much meat on them. They make me trip all the time. Could get cool cyborg feet. Let's see here. I don't really think that this is... Yeah. Let's see here. That's not bad. Oh yeah, this is better though. Yeah. Your friend played this for the first time last night? First wonder ever. Oh boy, first wonder? There are a lot of weird, tough ones now. I wonder if it was a tough one or an awesome one. We're going with this because there are a lot of weird, like, bronze ones that have way too... Undead Orgy Queen. Yeah. Yep. that silver one is crazy strong. Deceptively strong. All right, Spelljammer toasted. We're bleeding a decent amount of health. However, it's not actually a problem because we're about to do some big brain maneuvers here. Now that the Spelljammer's gone, this will heal everybody, right? Bonk. Yeah. Look at that. All of them fully topped off and have extra health thanks to Morbid Sacrifice. So that spell I just cast, for anybody new, the spell I just cast was called Morbid Sacrifice, and I can use some thralls in order to restore all hit points, gain universal camouflage, and gain 20 extra hit points until the end of their next combat. And it targets any unit, any armies in the whole province. So all I had to do was cast it on all of my units that were in the same province, and it healed them all right up. And she was my kind of people and sacrificed her people. She was asked to sacrifice a population. She only had 2. At least that wonder does allow you to clear it, like, with just some quick little sacrifice, but, like... She now has the hero, the Bone Mommy. That's awesome. That's 100% awesome. I almost wish this game had a system with its heroes that would, like, allow you to almost ascend heroes into a new tier of Pantheon, or, like, maybe, like, a separate, not a gaudier Pantheon, but, like, a hero Pantheon would be kind of cool. That'd be pretty neat. That way people like the Bone Mommy can appear in future recruit hero runs. She tried to justify it as for the roleplay, like I wasn't judging. Come on. It's like your friend doesn't even know you that well. Why would you judge that? Sometimes you just gotta do a little sacrificing. A little sacrifice here, a little sacrifice there. Oops, sacrificed a bit too much. I guess I'll just have to make more. I suppose I could have cast another spell to boost this up, but this is gonna be a brutal slaughter. That was their best units the last time, and we massacred them. It's only gonna be worse for him this time. What is this? Someone's bound a gold wonder? Yeah, all right. You made Elizabeth II of worst London. I'm not judging her ways in what we called the Bone Zone Wonder. Ooh, okay. My siege of Syndra is completed. Your troops prepare themselves for a possible final battle at the heart of the Umbral Abyss on this realm. This is our chance, Sundrin says. With its defenses breached, I found a way into Syndra. At his throne, we can use Merlin's connection to the greater magics to end Urath's grasp on him. Julia nods slowly. The Archons wish for us to smite any Umbral agent without mercy, and yet, ages ago, Merlin used his magic to save me from possession. Perhaps it can be done. The path forward will be risky and costly, Sundrin warns you. One misstep can mean it was all for naught, but it is the only way. I mean, there was definitely 2 ways, lady. It's not the only way. Let's chill out, okay? Initiate the ritual to break Merlin from the grasp. Let's see what's going on here. All right. With effort, Sundrin shrouds you and Julia in shadows. You sneak past umbral demons and city guards into the heart of Syndra. As soon as you enter the throne room, the heavy air of the umbral abyss befalls you. You, Merlin sighs. Why do you persevere? You are too late. My experiments are nearly done. Urath reaches all. Behold, you can sense Merlin call upon a twisted form of pure magic. There it is, Sundrin shouts. This connection, channel its aspect to fight back Urath's corruption. Merlin connects to the astral sea. Arcane energies twist and visions of places far beyond your reach threaten to flood your mind. I can channel an aspect, huh? Well, my strongest aspect's chaos. Chaos seems to be kind of what we're doing. Order would seem like the one to that would make the most sense to channel. I wonder if there's different outcomes based on what you channel. Chaos is unpredictable. Let's channel nature. It's our second strongest. We're just here to cleanse him and turn him into a cool plant, buddy. Ah. Okay. I attempt to banish the corruption of Urath, but my channeled aspect does not match the one corrupted by Merlin. My attempt fails. Sundrin curses. No, this was supposed to work. Merlin, you taught me this. You were supposed to break free. Foolish girl. Even your light will flicker and die in the embrace of Urath. Julia closes her eyes, unable to look on farther as dark tentacles threaten to wrap around her and you. Sundrin screams and blinks you away outside of Syndra. After a short distance, Julia says softly, it seems there's only one path forward now. Merlin must be defeated. Your attempt to break Urath's grasp on Merlin will end. Everybody drops. Okay. Let's see which one's the correct one. Do I want to save my game before exiting? No. We're just gonna sit here and we're gonna choose the right one. We're gonna choose them over and over until we find the right one. The good old, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. I know I could just beat him up. Like, that's really not in question here. So, like, I know I could just absolutely smoke this guy if I wanted to fight him. Next time I'll quick save too, so it'll be an easier reload, because there's like 5 different affinities I've got to get through now that nature didn't work. It's got to match the kind that Urath corrupted him with. Okay. I wonder if there's a hint somewhere that they give me. I really do think Order's probably the right one to choose. Unless, you know what, it has to match what he was corrupted with? As a young human prince, Merlin was chosen by the Archon Gabriel to restore the balance of power on Atla. Wizards circle the All-Devour the Shadowborn. As a masterful wizard of the cosmos, Merlin protected the people of Atla. Last, he was betrayed by his own love, falling into the clutches of Lithal Nightweaver in a desperate attempt to save Julia. Now reshaped into an Eldritch Sovereign, all that he desires appears to be for the cosmos to swiftly end. The Umbral humans are Merlin's instrument of annihilation. Maybe we go with Shadow. Oh, nope. You're not fooling me. This is a quick save. Initiate the ritual. Let's try Shadow out. It was for naught. All right. All right, next one. Do I want to save my game before exiting? No. Order? Why would he use order to corrupt him? It's a horrible element to use. I mean, maybe. It does subjugate, so maybe it's order. It was for naught. Okay. Let's try again. We're running. We're three L's so far, chat. So. That leaves Chaos, Astral. Astral seemed so obvious. I completely ignored it. Like the mage he used magic to convert him. It's man. Merlin grimaces when you channel the arcane power of Astral. Overwhelmed by its force, Merlin's corrupted connection is replaced with something pure. An annoyed tentacle quickly snaps the connection, and Merlin taps into a different source of magic. You sense how the temperature in the throne room starts to rise. You see how corrupted tendrils reach into demonic figures that rise from the heat. Anarchy, destruction, and rage corrupted by passivity, disdain, and the craving for the complete undoing of creation. Merlin calls upon forces of wild magic. Demons appear, screaming, and eldritch tentacles tear into their infernal flesh. Madness threatens to overwhelm you. I should channel the aspect of chaos here. I mean, if that's chaos shit, I should channel the aspect of chaos, and then all that crazy stuff's not happening. That's my guess. Yeah, okay. All right. I channel pure chaos, the heat of its passion burning away the corruption. Merlin wails as the emotions that Arath has suppressed for so long crash into him. Merlin tears away his connection to chaos. His gaze snaps to Julia. You, he says to her in a voice not his own, you too shall fail, child of Iniok. The air grows heavy as thorns burst from the ground, glistening with dark poison. It's probably got to be nature, this one. Hear the wail of animals. It's got to be nature. Julia winces as she readies herself against the corruption of her powers. Corrupted plants burst in your wake. You hear the wailing of animals, desperate to escape the poisonous air that fills the room. You channel the aspect of nature. Okay. You channel the growth of nature, healing the ground beneath you and spreading a rejuvenating aura around you. Julia and Sundrin. Julia sighs in relief. You will not take me, Arath, she shouts, channeling protective growths around her and Merlin. Merlin, fight back. I know you can. Merlin opens his mouth to speak, but an enraged tentacle severs its connection to nature. Merlin groans and the ground begins to tremble, crushing the young plants that grow into the throne room. Your armor and the ground beneath you start to crumble and decay under Merlin's arcane pressure. Wealth, the power of elements, nothing matters under the eye of Arath. I will channel the aspect of materium here. All right. I channel the strength of materium. The earth roars, a tempest batters Merlin, and the building wards itself against the umbral abyss. Merlin yelps like a dog. That's all I picture. Just Merlin. Desperate and overwhelmed, he grasps for another affinity before he looks at you with newfound authority. You feel a light, like the light of an eclipse or a dying sun. It is bright, too bright, and wrong, devoid of any warmth. Where flames burn brightest, shadows root the deepest, Merlin mutters. Even the archons must fall. Merlin attempts to corrupt another affinity. Its authority smothers you, claws its way inside of your soul, replacing faith with mindless servitude. I will channel the aspect of order. You channel the aspect of order. Its burning light burns away any corruption that threatened it, and you. Merlin screams in pain and quickly severs the divine connection. Only one affinity remains, tethered to Merlin and the umbral abyss, the darkest one, its roots interwoven with the abyss itself. Death and frost, Merlin coughs, never the beginning, never the end. Sundrin growls, you may have corrupted the astral void you crawled out of, but you know the Endalon can fight you. Quick, Tabarax, channel the final aspect. He cannot escape the shadow. The umbral abyss is tied to it. All right. I channel the aspect of shadow, its pure power clashing with the corruption of Arath. Merlin screams and desperate tentacles strike at the connection, but the umbral abyss is too entwined with shadow to tear away. Eldritch limbs freeze and decay in the cold darkness as the shadow regains its pure strength, crawling its way to Merlin, tearing at his corrupted arcane power. With all affinities combined, his connection to Arath weakens. Finally, Merlin's gaze becomes sharp, and for the first time, he seems to truly see the ones before him. Sundrin, Julia, what did I... He gasps and collapses. Grant mercy to Merlin and set him on a path of restoration. Yeah. You have decided to grant mercy to Merlin and end your magical assault on him. Sundrin and Julia kneel next to the corrupted wizard. His breath is shallow, but he lives, Julia says. The cost of mercy, the prophecy has been fulfilled. Sundrin nods. His path to restoration will be arduous, but at least there will be hope for him. She looks up to you. Thank you, Tabarax, for granting him this chance. I'm just a helpful demon, man. What can I say? Just a helpful demon, Eldritch Lord. My soldiers sweep across the cliffs of Sordoon, clearing out the last infestations of umbral influence. Merlin and this world can heal once more. A hard-earned victory. Let's go! Who's down here? There's definitely a dog. It's nothing. It's my own hair. Destroy the stronghold of the Umbral Abyss on Sordoon, and we did it with less than double-digit casualties. Yeah, the literal background is the color of the aspect. Okay, that makes sense. I kind of grasped that from the other ones. I wasn't paying attention to the very first one. That's a sweet screenshot. Where... Let's just click that. Okay. We earned quite a few Pantheon. I think that'll be the last of my Pantheon.
The prophesied Godia judged Merlin and found him worthy of redemption. By channeling the power of the Endylon, the curse of Urath was broken, and the prophecy of Arnon was fulfilled. Mage Haven rejoiced. Through the creative power of the affinities, it was not only possible to destroy Urath's influence, but to restore those fallen to its corruption. With this newfound power of restoration, Archons and Godia finally saw a chance to reclaim what was lost, and to begin turning the tide against Urath.
Will I overwrite his... I don't think I will. I don't think I will. All right. Let's drop that back down. It was at 10.8. 10.4 is close enough. That's fine. Okay. Decline that. Nice. Good amount there. Did we add a bunch of weirdos? Julia, yeah. Well, I don't want you here, so bye. But we didn't get a funky Merlin. That was what I was kind of hoping for.
Choose your destination.
And yeah, all I've got left now for story realms is the vampires. I'm not sure if I start that one. Let's see what we're having here. We've got Sunless Highlands, Explorative Underground, Low Population, and Land. Realm features a single massive landmass with Sunless Highlands. As an Elder Vampire, return to the As an elder vampire, return to the rude origin realm of all vampire kind. Foil or court its two feuding arch-vampire guardians of the deathless god. Urvatog. He actually has a name. Okay. The first vampire, Blood Emperor Eternal of the Crimson Reign and Deathless God who died yet rose again. His grand dominion of Dravania once spread far and wide until deepest betrayal sealed him away within a crypt. To fade beyond memory into myth, here he slumbers in perpetuity, though certain cults tell that he should one night rise again to bring about a coveted reckoning of blood. His eternal attendants are but animated remnants of a now long forgotten race. They once served the family of the Pale Prince of Roses back in brighter days. I think we go about creating our faction for this campaign.
Your journey.
We definitely want to be a vampire race. What will lead our vampire race? I have a mole vampire race already. Vampires necessary, yeah. It sounds like it. Ancient sounds kind of cool here. I might try and do something weird with the vampires, though. Like, it makes sense to always go chaos or shadow. So what about astral? What about astral vampires? That's the weirdest affinity I can possibly think of for the vampires. All the other ones I think I could make work. I got nothing coming to my mind for astral right now. It would synergize pretty well with the battle mages, though. The blood battle mages. That could work. Yeah, I think we'll go with the withered beings. That sounds pretty dope here. Let's go with traits. Let's remove them all. If we're going battle mage focused, blood cultist isn't strictly necessary. Okay. If I become elemental vampire, we're going to be vampire hunters. That's what we should do. We're vampires that hunt vampires. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Okay, I see it. It's coming together. I don't think I have any simian races. The vision. I think we'll go with ogrekin. Oh crap! I forgot to mess with my traits. Okay, let's remove all these. I'm completely avoiding mounts for the rest of time. Offensive power here. For hunting vampires, we need to be aware of the bleeding. Going cleansing flame? Maybe. I still think I want to go with an astral, like maybe like a mystics here. Oh, Oathsworn's probably the right move, though. Yeah, we're probably a bunch of vampire hunting Oathsworn lads. been a minute since I've played Oathsworn, too. %10 extra evasion when standing next to units is kind of nice. We'll take that one for now. That way we don't spend too long on the defensive side of traits here. Oathsworn Pure Templars. We have to mix the vampire element into it though too. I don't want to just be like a order kind of people, you know? I have to have the corrupted vampire side of that too. Melee and missile attacks deal 2 extra physical damage. %20 accuracy on missile and magic attacks could be quite nice, but I think we'll just go with strong. It's just simple. It just is what it is. They're strong and tanky. And then as far as utility goal goes, adaptable. Adaptable's at least got a little bit of a nerf because it only applies to combat, but still, that's when you get most of your experience anyways, so I'm about that. Real simple. Okay.
What is that?
It's where the Rose Knight summons comes from. Okay, we're definitely going to try and get those. Oathsworn, here we go. My people follow the path of strife. Gain grievances against rulers with overall better ranking. Culture gains warrior soul. At the start of the unit's turn, if friendly units do not outnumber enemy units, the unit gains warrior's fury until the end of combat. Interesting. How do I gain the stacks of devotion? Become stronger as I gain devotion. How do I gain devotion in this specific one? Okay. I gain devotion by entering wars, raising a city +10, not letting units rout in events, winning in combat with lower army power, and with higher army power. Army power is pretty hard to control, like... Strife gets penalized by forced diplomat, yeah. Yeah, I don't think Strife's... I think Strife's a little weaker, too. There's just a lot that you have to try and balance. It's out of your control. It is kind of an interesting idea, though, to have less people and fight. I have a good righteousness one. I don't think I have a good harmonize one, and harmonize isn't bad. It's just not righteousness or strife. Those are just objectively stronger. Have a city or vassal of another race. I lose devotion by starting wars, raising or migrating a hostile city, fabricating grievances. Okay. So if I start wars, which it sounds like I might have to with the other vampire lords, that doesn't really seem... We're not really harm. I think we are righteous. Dang. But spirit damage is going to be really strong against vampires, no doubt. You gain devotion with these guys by simply being good and not being evil, which is a balancing act. Harmony needs free cities. This is a low pop realm, yeah. Yep, all right. Yeah. This is going to be a little bit of a balancing act with the evil, just because of the whole vampires nom on the people kind of side of stuff. We'll just have to balance that a little bit. Okay, we'll select that. We've got more than enough order already. I want to try and take some other stuff here. When a tome is unlocked, a random skill from that tome costs 60%. It is a lot of damage. It's a lot of extra damage, and it's going to be resistance, or a weak damage too for them. Another realm where fire and spirit do a lot. I just realized we've kind of had a lot of campaign missions in a row now where like radiant damage is the way to go. I would really like to gain some campaign missions coming up with their new DLC that are the opposite of that, man. Let the other affinities, let the other elements shine a little bit. Okay. Anyways. It's definitely not astrological diviners. I don't want to play an Aligned Stars run right now. I don't think I want to play an Empire of the Cosmos either. Gifted Casters isn't bad. I'm kind of about mana addicts. I'm kind of about mana addicts because it fits with the vampire stuff. It gives them an alternative source of lifesteal. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go with mana addicts. I think that's gonna be fun to play around. Which kind of leads me now to also want to take gifted casters. We're mana addicts, but we really good at casting spells, buddy. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Choose your first tome of magic.
Zeal. When I did my Tome of Righteousness last, or my Oathsworn Righteous build, I went with Zeal, and it was just absolutely brutally unstoppable. Because I just made my Zealots cracked. I want to try and do something different this run. I don't think it's blood right. I don't think it's blood right either. We're leaning towards Materium, maybe? I'm picturing in my head right now the major racial enhancement we'll take, I think, will be Elemental. Elemental kind of dead stops vampires from doing stuff. It doesn't stop the blood plague from working, but it stops the regular bleeding from working. So it'll have to depend on what kind of vampires. If they're already ascended with the major transformation, then we'll pivot into something else. Enchantment's not bad. I just don't know if it's the right move, especially because rock is right here. Rock and bleeding kind of go hand in hand. I thought the counter to blood cultists was watching themselves die. I don't know if I've fought the AI's blood cultists. I've only really used them myself. So maybe in my head, I just have like their power scaled for how I use them, and how I use them is just devastating blood plague magic maggots across the board, and then you occasionally pop the sacrifice when you're about to die, so that way it gets resurgence. The AI is not good with them. Oh no. Okay, well, oh. No, you can't tempt me, dragons, not this game. All right, we've done 3 in a row. I'm not falling for it this time. Maybe we go with simple warding. Warding's just flat out strong. Discipline? The monks? I could go with that. It would thematically kind of fit too with the, like, we're vampires that don't want to be the evil vampires. So we've got the discipline to not, yeah, you know what? You've convinced me. We'll deal with whatever's going on here.
What is your ruler's origin?
And we're going straight vampire. Probably want to be a hybrid instead of a pureblood. But the pureblood gets so many more unique appearance options. Soren was a, you know what? Yeah, we'll build Soren Markov. He's one of my favorite vampires, man. He's definitely gonna be a warrior, I think. Could be a spellblade, but I think I haven't had a simple warrior in a while. Marshal Cestus? The fists? A giant a slayer sword. Wow. Okay. I still think we're just gonna keep with the good old sword here. It's pretty boring. But I like it. Okay. That's a freaky looking dude, man. That is, we're not rolling with that. I need to maybe change his head first before I can even begin to, yeah, his helmet needs to go. I need to be able to see what's going on here, man. Oh my gosh, he's got a mustache too? Bro, if it you don't look like you're gonna you're gonna stop vampires at all, man. You look like the Drifter, dude. Let's change. He's got the porn stash. He sure does. And this guy's supposed to fight the vampires? Nah, man. Nah, let's change his, first of all, let's work with the skin color here and maybe go with, that's kind of neat. Let's see. We got the color hue. What kind of color are we going with? Ooh. I kind of like a blue or a green, maybe like a Nose Furnace kind of kind of vibe. You know what? The porn stash is growing on me. I might keep him. I might keep him, man. We want like a gross green, not like a Shrek green. We want like a dark. Yeah. Okay. I'm down for that. That looks all right. Where's his pose? I don't like that for— oh, what, bro? All right, that's his pose. This guy's gonna be called the Creeper, I think. I'm feeling it. Okay. Let's change the color of his— oh, it doesn't change the color of the beard? Oh, it does. It does. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Do we keep the spiky hair, or do we go with, like, some luscious locks? I think we go with the peeled back hair still. Yeah, it's either that or the curly fucked up Ron Weasley hair, man. I don't I think we're gonna go with this though. This looks fine. Sometimes the game rolls you the perfect roll. All right, his cape's definitely changing. Yo. We're getting there. He keep creepa, do the creepa. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got to have them freaky little nose furnace wings. He creep stashed his way into your heart. All right, let's see if there's a better outfit for him though than the almost entirely naked lad. I really don't think there's going to be. I think that's going to be the one. Yeah, because now he's starting to look a little too dignified and less like he rolled out of a swamp. And he's here for the orgy. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna keep this one. You can change the color though. Oh, we're definitely giving it the red. Red all around. Yeah, okay. I almost feel like this doesn't fit anything we chose prior to this this decision. This leader does not match these people at all. He used to be a handsome, benevolent prince. Used to. I still like the eye color. I like the skin decoration a lot. Is there a better skin decoration than what we chose? Or what it chose for us? What did it even choose for us? It chose one of these, right? This one right here? Okay. No, look, now he doesn't look as freaky. It's those runes all over his body, dude. Yeah, it's the runes all over his body. We're going with that one. They just did it. They just got it right. Maybe we tweak his legs. They're a bit thick. He himself is a bit thick. There we go. Let's make him super duper skinny. Yes, I know lies. I feel bad for him. Maybe we give him tiny baby hands too. Or giant hands. No, I'm feeling baby hands. Okay. Let's make sure the race looks fine. You know what? No, let's keep him leading a race of people that like he has no business leading.
Your journey
Hold up.
begins.
Hold up. I want to change the mount though. I don't think I want him riding those. What the heck was this? Was that a horse with a mohawk? Oh, they're little ponies. Oh. The skeleton horses make sense. I would rather they ride. They follow him for his heart, not for his looks. Some of them are following for his looks. Oh, these guys ride badger moles. Yeah. Can we, like, get rid of the tail? We'll let him have a tail. We'll let him have a little bit of a tail. We have badger moles? We sure do. Look at that. That's a badger mole, right? All right, the symbol's not good. I think he wants some kind of rose. He feels like a rose kind of guy. Always looking for love, never finding it. A double rose. Sonny Badger don't give a shit. I can check exactly what colors he has, right? Okay, he has 04330D. Okay. Zero 4330D. Okay. And then we're going to give him that same red. Oh, geez, that's a horrible red. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Did I miss it? It was right up here. Yeah, we're gonna change that as well. I actually kind of like the cyan. Or the teal, rather. That looks pretty decent. That looks pretty decent. He used to be their spiritual, handsome leader. Dude, I think he just went to one too many orgies and now he's a fucked up vampire and wants to take revenge on the vampires. Warrior. I still think I'm about warrior. I haven't messed with just a plain old warrior in a very long time. And I'm curious because the subreddit was telling me that they're better than Death Knights in all scenarios, so I'm gonna see if I feel that way. He came back like this and everyone is too polite to point it out. All right, we're gonna hit next.
Journey begins.
We're changing his title. What's his title gonna be? I am open to any and all suggestions for his title. We don't even know what his name's gonna be yet, but title starts the name. I was thinking something kind of classic like The Ultimate. Like if I just fill in The Ultimate for now, we can come up with some really fun stuff for the next one. Like he's such a like a classic creep that calls himself The Ultimate. That's what he demands his people call him by. Lepidat Lachlan. I kind of like Lachlan. Carmichael the Handsome. You got it. You got it. That works. Oh, you know what? Autofill changed it to something better. He's Carmichael the Handsomer. Implies there's a Carmichael that isn't as handsome as he is. The Ogre Oath Takers? Nah. I might just randomize these ones to see what we got going on here. The Sorceress Carnassials? What? Tusked Champions. Yeah, I can mess with the Tusked Champions. That's pretty simple. I don't like this Throne City name. We're going to go with... We're gonna randomize until we get stuff that I like. True Stance? Statue. That was just a Throne City name, a statue? Okay. Vindictatown. Vindicatown. We're just gonna call it Vindication. That's a cool capital name. I can work with that. Statute. Okay. You know what? No, hold up. We're gonna call it the Bachelor Pad. That's the capital. Carmichael the Handsomer, city is the Bachelor Pad. There we go. Ruler Ambition. I kind of want to be thematic with this rather than just powerful. Glory Seeker, maybe? Yeah, I'm kind of about Glory Seeker here. That seems like a Carmichael the Handsomer kind of move. It's decent. It's decent enough. Crusader. Personally slain undead fiend. He becomes preacher? I could see that. He could be a preacher. I like idea of rank slaying a little more, though. That'll help out a lot late game. Okay, advanced settings here. We need some other city names. They're gonna be various orgy-related names. Really hammer home that this is what this lad does. Let's add more. He's not a bad guy. You just need to get to know him. Hammer home. Okay. I like to try and usually give at least 4, between 3 to 5 cities. So we still got a couple more here. I think I'm going to go with the golden pineapple, and if you know, you know. The mansion, that'll work too. Ooh, we're gonna bump it up though. It's the glorious mansion. It's opulent. Okay. I like that. That's a good amount of starting cities for now. The backdoor speakeasy. All right, we'll add one more. That's pretty good. Hopefully it's within character limits. I think it should be. If the golden pineapple fit, this I think should fit. Yeah, all right. Do I add any heroes or do I just roll with what he's got? I think Carmichael the Handsomer's got his own dudes, so he's just gonna have a random party of people that want to follow this guy. He's a fanatic something. He'll attract people as he goes. So maybe he's more diplomatic? Revolutionary diplomat, maybe? Likes empires with multiple races, likes empires with vassals, dislikes empires with a larger domain, and dislikes empires that trade grievances. I actually kind of like fanatic isolationist. Yeah, we're gonna go with fanatic isolationist. Okay, AI tome path. What do we go with after Toma disciplines? Maybe we just leave it up to Rando. I don't really mind what he does for the rest of the game. In all future games. Yeah, I don't really mind. I don't want to have to think about it because I don't even know what I'm gonna choose. So how can I know what I'm gonna what I want to put in here if I don't know myself what I'm going to choose? Let's make sure none of this changed. There was a brief patch on the Xbox where whenever I would back out of that screen and back to this screen, it would change like all of these to completely different things. He's already handsomer. Other tomes implies he's not as handsome yet. All right, that's our dude.
Your journey starts here.
Do I start it today, though? Here's what I'll do. I think I think we'll save it for Sunday for sure. And and we'll edit the Pantheon, and we'll take our rewards. What else do I even have here? This page is done. This page is not. Okay. We'll take this and this and this. Unlocks the Summon Spirit Hawk item infusion. Ooh, cool. New mount customization option for my race and ruler. Unlocks the defense mode nullify item infusion in the item forge. Cool. And we've got 3 more, so we can go with this fractured cape. I like how it's a little spiral. That's cool. That's cool. They need to add more fun formations to work in the Pantheon here. And then I've just got two left, and then I'm completely Pantheoned out. Only took me... Jeez Louise, what are my stats? Only took me 40 hours. 40 days. 40 days. Can't even read that right. Wow. It only took 5 minutes. It took almost 50, I think, to make that faction. I think we are at the hour mark there. It will end up being this one, right? As an Elder Vampire. It's got a 3-star ranking. Okay. And then after that, I've pretty much only got the challenge realms left. And honestly, how challenging are the challenging realms? I feel like I can make custom realms at this point that are more devastating than the challenging realms. Oh man, it's so nice to actually see all of this completed. So far, this one was really difficult. This one was difficult sheerly just because you had challenge realms are more neat combinations of traits. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what they look like. They kind of just look like custom realms that have combinations of stuff on them. Give you a good launching point than they are cultivated realms and stories. Yeah, the Arcalot mission was tough just because you were timed. You were time sensitive on it. Everything else was not too difficult in it, but the fact that you had to like constantly be pressuring and killing or else you would just instant lose sucked. Grexless was fun. Just flat out fun. That was the most fun I've had playing a game yet. I feel like I did the Rings of Amnora totally wrong. Just slaughtered everybody in the rings. Do we just start it? No. Nope, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. That'll be I think where I end it here for today, because otherwise I just don't know when I could foreseeably end it. When we come back on Sunday, that'll be the start of the Vampire Realm then, and we'll get going with that one. Thank you guys again for always being here. It's a great time. That was a fun one to finish up Merlin there. I really liked, we'll debrief on that here. I really liked the ending where you had to choose and follow the paths with the different kinds of affinities. That was a pretty neat little story log mini game there. I don't think any of the other campaigns have had anything like that so far. The other campaigns have had like stuff happening around the map you would kind of do, but there wasn't like back and forth dialogue. There weren't like 9 different, all the affinities you had to get, all the different mission things that were happening. That was really cool. Plus you had to earn it and go out of your way to enable it. Yeah, you had to. My only critique of it was I couldn't find the very last affinity for a while. Order. I had no idea where the order one for a while because the notification on the mini-map for where it was only visible when you were in the Eldritch realm. So when I was browsing around in the Eldritch realm, I kind of saw it then and I was like, oh, okay, so I need to go through this portal to get to this portal to make it appear. Because I went in and then dipped out. Yeah, probably my fault. Probably user error. But that was my only kind of critique about that one. It was the first one I dipped into. Oh. Oh, that makes sense. I think if I remember at that point of the campaign, I dipped into it and then like all of the others appeared and I went, oh, okay, some of these are also spreading infestations and I needed to actively deal with the infestations or else my city was going to be turbo messed up. I promise this campaign I'm going to stay away from the dragons. I promise you ahead of time this one I'm going to stay away from the dragons. it's my own fault, but they're just so scaly, so fire breathy. Killing momentum's great. What'll I take instead? This will be my first time I kind of position my... You'll believe it when you see it. Oh, come on, Mom. You gotta call me out like that? Next, you're gonna call me out about my stair making. Cleansing Flame. I don't think I've actually really messed with Cleansing Flame, so I will try and go Toma Pyromancy on that one. Not Pyromancy, it's Toma Cleansing Flame. I'm an idiot. That's literally what it's called. I was thinking of the Pyre Templars and it just kind of got mixed up in my head. Those Pyre Templars are a lot of fun. The only times I've ever really used them is when I dominate them with a Claim Soul, or they're used against me, and like they are everything I want in a pike unit. The other pike units in the game don't really make me happy like the Pyre Templars do. Those guys with their cleaving swipe, I feel like the Golden Golem should do that. I think the Golden Golem is weaker than the Pyre Templar, and that's just not cool, man. The Golden Golem's a giant golem boy. He should triple hit too with a cleaving hit at this point. I'm hearing you out. I'm waiting. 3 Pyre Templar swings with a stun on the end? How do we get stunning on Pyre Templars? Is that discipline? Wow. I don't think anything will live enough to stun though. Discipline, if I remember correctly, the discipline thing is you also get bonus damage on the last hit. So like it's not gonna stun anything, it's just gonna die. They're just gonna die and explode. It's some of the problem I have with the oh no, free candy. My lobster's too buttery, my steak too juicy. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna sit here and yap all night though. I think I'm gonna call it there with you guys. Let you all have a good night. Thank you for always being here. Even when you're not here. Some people drown while others thirst. True. I should be getting... I don't know if I'll have it in time for the next stream. I should have it in time for Wednesday, though. If Amazon's proper with its delivery, but I'll be getting new lighting in the upcoming week or two here. That should be really nice. That'll solve a lot of my problems I have with my face and seeing it on camera. I hate it. All right. Love you guys, though. Have a good night. Where's my mouse? Why is it not? There it is. Okay. Have a good night.